everyone, Raquel Bowman here, and today I'm going to create a layout using the January, I had to think for a minute, the January hip kits. I've chosen this photo here from our wedding and I love it because we did some, or I've chosen two actually, I can't decide yet. We had some photos taken near sort of in a central town as like graffiti walls and things, and I love the colours in the photos. This photo, the wall is in focus and not us, but you can see us in the background. You can tell that we're smiling. And then on this photo, my bouquet, which was just beautiful, is in focus and we aren't, but you can obviously see us there in the background. So I love these photos and I like that whole artsy sort of side to them. What I've done is I've taken from the kits, I've gathered all of the My Mind's Eye, My Story collection, because I thought that the tones in the collection, there's pops of red in my photo, there's sort of that yellowy colour, there's that dark sort of black, and then of course when you've got any yellow, that it complements nicely with the gold as well. So I've got the buttons, I've got the gold thickers, but I think these are from the Crush, is it We Are Memory Keepers possibly? Thickers. I found the rub-ons. These Heidi clear stickers have some gold on them. Thought veneer would work really well, so I've pulled those out. I've got the cards from the Project Life set, the brads and the stickers. So I've got more than enough to play with in terms of embellishments, like far too much. Then what I've done is I have my white cardstock and I'm trialling using a black matte on my background just to see, because my work surface is cream. I'm hoping that this might pop my page off a bit more since I work with white. We'll see. Any feedback would be appreciated. And what I've done is just cut I think this was a cut file for like a 4x6 card, and I've sort of enlarged and stretched it. I think I played with the thickness of some of the lines as well, and I'm not quite sure how I want that to go yet, but I do know that I want to have a play with backing certain sections of this cut file with the pattern papers I've chosen. And I've grabbed the pattern papers from the same collection because they're double-sided. I'll be able to use both sides, and because they work so well with the photos, and they do have some gold foil accents as well. So these are the papers I'm going to work with. I've grabbed a sheet of vellum from the cardstock kit as well as my white cardstock. I'll speed you up and I'll get started.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I've just gathered from the 3x4 card pack. I've gathered any little bits and pieces that I thought might work on this layout. So instead of using the cards in a traditional sense, I thought that I'd be able to cut elements out or layer bits and pieces, and I'm just having a play there, seeing what might work and what might not. And now I'm going to move on to backing my actual cut file. So to cut into this paper killed me a little bit because it's so gorgeous, but what I actually wanted to do was I wanted all of the arrows to be pointing to the photo of us. So I positioned the negative piece from that cut file in a way that meant that when I place the photo down, it will look like all the arrows are pointing to us. So you'll see in a moment that once I've stuck it down, I think I check that that has worked, or that my idea was how I imagined it to be. And yeah, it's done exactly that, and I was wrapped. Then I'm starting to I grabbed the little negative of that paper, and I've just backed the back of that paper, which is just a soft pink print, and I've popped that on that little triangle on the right side there. And now I'm trying to figure out which of the papers will work behind that larger area that I had to fill. And although typewriters don't match necessarily with the layout, I end up choosing them because I liked that the print was a bit softer and it didn't overpower that cut file area. And then I've used that busier print with the triangles in that bottom left corner of the cut file, and I'm a lot happier with how that turned out than if I had have done it another way. I'm working on the matte of my photo, and I've matted it with that same light pink, so that's the reverse side of the arrows. And now I'm working on just taking the adhesive off my floral, or off the stickers, sorry, using the EK Success powder tool. And I wanted to take them off first because, and I've said this in some of my other process videos, I like being able to move them around. So I've actually paused the camera and done that off camera just so you didn't have to watch me doing that. And that pile to the right there is all of the stickers that I've taken the adhesive off in case I thought I might use them. And if I don't use them, I'll just pop them back in the sticker pack. I've taken one of the 3x4 cards that has just butterflies, 3 butterflies on it, and I've fussy cut them out. And now I'm just cutting on a diagonal one of the 3x4 cards, and I've popped that at the top and the bottom corner. Now I'm working on my cluster. So I've layered some of the stickers and the floral sticker, a label sticker, and a little tab, and I'm working on sort of staggering those butterflies on that diagonal. And I'm going to do a smaller cluster to the left of the photo as well. This page is quite busy compared to my normal pages, but it still has the same sort of design things that I might follow. So I thought that I might use these brads, and there was one there that said me and you, which I thought was perfect. Then it's funny because I thought to myself as I pulled those brads out, oh my gosh, when I got to the point of putting the brads on, I'd stuck everything down. So luckily my piercing tool went through obviously the layers because it was just foam quite easily. And it turned out okay in the end. So I've grabbed out a few of the brads and I've just popped them where I wanted to put them on the layout, and now I'm adhering. So I was really happy with the placement of everything, and now I was ready to stick everything down and commit to that design. So I'm adhering the photo with some foam, and I just do that with some double-sided tape that I've got. I find my tape runner sticks a bit to it, so I've started to resort to using that double-sided tape. And I'm also putting a big chunk of foam on the back, so this page is very dimensional when you look at it, but I really just love the look that that has. There was a gorgeous little tag in the 3x4 card pack, so I'm just tying a little bow on the end of that. And I'm going to pop that just as another layer behind my photo. And I've also added the word us onto the top of my photo, and that was with the crush thickers that I showed you earlier. I've added it directly to my photo. I had a bit of trouble deciding where exactly the title would be best because I didn't want it to get lost in the pattern papers, and I didn't want it to overpower the photo as well. So I've ended up putting it directly onto the photo, and I was happy with how that was in the end. It did take me a while to figure out where to put it though, I'll admit. And now what I'm doing is just adhering all of those clusters that I'd worked on. So I'm adhering down the sort of cluster to the right of the photo. I'm working out where I wanted the, and I think I've cut it out, where I wanted the brads to go. So As I said earlier, I've used my piercer, which you can see to the right there, and I've poked it through the whole, you'll see me doing this one, poked it through the whole lot of layers and then just pressed it down at the back. And that worked out fine. It didn't take any of the, squash any of the dimension. Just meant that the end of the brad wasn't as long on the return side of the paper, on the back side of the paper. So I'm tying little fiddly bows on the buttons that I'm popping on the page. I just felt like they needed something on them. I'm showing you that now, and then I thought I hadn't even pulled out those rub-ons yet or used them. I was thinking maybe I'll add that rub-on butterfly and it would sort of be a flat embellishment to the page, but I liked the way that those butterflies were, so I didn't want to alter that. And I've just added a little rub-on heart next to the title, and it was just a pinky coloured heart. And I'm sticking down those alphas because they were lifting up on my photo, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know if you've seen the images or you've pre-purchased the February kits. They are looking amazing and I can't wait to get my hands on them. And I'll be back soon with some more layouts as well as some more layouts for hip kits. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.